You don't want to be caught where? Behind the 8 ball. Being caught behind the 8 ball, the white supremacy, I need to put this eraser over here. The white supremacy power equation is white over non-white. To be caught behind the 8 ball would mean what? Non-white over white equals white genetic, there goes a person, annihilation. Do you all follow? See, when something is being done at the subconscious level, it means you don't have to think about it. And so everything that is done is keeping people, the minority, in touch with what the critical issue on the planet is. They are all clued in. We are not clued in. So now we are getting clued in. Shall I do baseball? See, the elements, the brain computer, when it makes a symbol, it'll take things and contract them so the brain understands, but the elements of baseball, long stick, white ball, triangle. What is triangle? Female, genital. Are you with me, class? What do people eat at baseball games? They eat some peanuts and hot dog in bun. See, I'm not trying to shock you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or be gross. But I want you to appreciate the level of what we are dealing with. And so when mustard, what does the white supremacy culture refer to as buns? Are you with me? You see, and homosexuality is a practice when men start feeling insecure about masculinity. It was the dominant sexual practice in Greece and Rome. And I maintain because they looked across that Mediterranean at all those black men. And by comparison, they felt deficient. And so that meant penis into anus. The anus is the opposite end of the gastrointestinal tract. We feed ourselves by putting food in the gastrointestinal tract. How many people hear their brain computer, I think I need some greens? Raise your hand. See, this is the brain saying you need some vitamin A. In the same way, it will put penis in rectum if I feel masculine deficient. Somebody said, oh my goodness. Are you all following me? Do you know that within the framework of the discussion of the bell curve and all the people, so-called scientists, who are saying black people are deficient in terms of intelligence as far as genetics goes, do you realize that one of these esteemed scientists has said, we will have to conclude that the smaller the penis, the higher the intelligence. Do you all understand? Isn't that heavy? To me, that's profound. That they spend time, but I was at Howard University College of Medicine, and there was a white scientist in the Department of Anatomy, who I will not name on this occasion, and he was doing a study measuring the length of black men's penises. We're better placed than at a black university. Are you all with me? Well, I know Dr. Welsing doesn't really understand what she's talking about, but maybe let's look at smoking objects. What are the two series of smoking objects in the white supremacy system and culture? Here we go again, big brown and small white. Ooh. What, aside from cigarettes, what are cigarettes called in the white supremacy system and culture? You read my book. Cigarettes are called fags. Look in your dictionary. Meaning small white is equated with what? Female and effeminacy. What smoking objects do the most powerful men smoke? Cigars. And I encourage everybody in this room to go to your newsstand where they have the big expensive magazines and look for the magazine, big expensive magazine called Cigars, and it has all these long cigars and how they taste and, you know, their characteristics and how much they cost. The most expensive smoking objects, are they small white or are they big and brown? Big and brown. I didn't make the culture. I have tried to look at it and decode it so we understand what we are dealing with. The white supremacy system and culture wants us to be the clowns of the planet. If you don't believe it, just look at Martin. And this is why this discussion has great importance. Because the white supremacy system and culture says, if I can just turn him into a woman, I'll be home free with white genetic survival. Are they succeeding? Yes. Yes. Yes, indeed. This is no affront to anybody because we had not decoded what we were dealing with. When I was in undergrad, I used to think, well, it's all about economics. Neely Fuller Jr. came along and said white supremacy is a system. And the system operates in economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. This is everything we do. The system is carrying out in terms of perception, logic, thought, speech, action, symbols, and emotional response. Everything is geared to white genetic survival. It's a trick to say It's all about green power. No, you need money to purchase the things that you need and that you want. But it's all a part of the system of white supremacy, what you get, and whether you can keep what you get. So if we begin to understand, oh, it's about white genetic survival, and all you have to think about, well, what are the various routes? What are the various pathways? Like all roads lead to Rome. All the pathways lead to white supremacy as long as it's unopposed. Everything. Well, let's see how we can stop the black male from being able to affect white genetic annihilation. Let's see what we can do. How do we affect all black people, male and female, not understanding what it's all about? So somebody might say, well, Dr. Welsing, every time you turn on the TV now, you see black men sitting up next to their white wives. Isn't that right? Psych. You have to look at that, because that's oh, somebody's saying it's racism and that it's about white genetic annihilation. So we'll show a whole lot of our white women with black men, and we'll show black men who have 15 white women apiece. That'll convince them it's not about white genetic annihilation. But the very moment they're showing that, thousands of black men are dying in the streets. Those few little things that they show you on TV, or pushing the effeminization of black men through the sitcoms and making black people laugh at it because they don't understand what's going on. And they laugh at it, and they have their children laugh at it because they don't understand the whole game is about white genetic survival. Preventing white genetic annihilation, every single thing that they do. A white professor, female at the American University in the District of Columbia, said to me one time, Dr. Welsing, white people talk negatively about black people at all social gatherings. Not some social gatherings, all social gatherings. She said the common assumption is that every white person present agrees. Before she told me this, I said, yes, I know. And that's why when white people say, well, Dr. Welsing, what can I do? I say, tell black people what white people talk about when there's no black people around. Now, I gave a talk last night, and a young black lady said, well, you hate white people. You must hate white people.